Good morning and happy Monday. I'm back with another book talk. I read a couple books from the school library this week, and then I have a couple books that I read this summer from the library because the other books I read this week were from the public library, which doesn't make them less awesome. It just means you guys don't have access to them. So I do like to book talk books that you can actually come ask me for. So the first one I read was The Looking Glass. And you might assume by the title that it is a fantasy type book, but in fact, no, it is a contemporary fiction about a girl who dances ballet, which is part of the looking glass element, whose older sister has disappeared. We're not entirely sure if she's disappeared by choice or if some sort of weirdly fantastical thing has happened, but the quest is to find the sister, and she takes off with her best friend's brother, which you can just imagine where that's headed, right? But as it turns out, it's a really good journey. And I enjoyed the growth, and I enjoyed the characters. It didn't maybe end as happily as I would prefer books to end, but again, it was a contemporary, and that's what they do. So it was still a really good book. As you can tell, it's not cataloged yet. It will be on the floor in a couple of days. Listen to Your Heart, Casey West. If you've read any romance, you probably know Casey West. She's amazing. This is her doing what she does best, lighthearted, fun, high school romance featuring a lake. It was really great, as are most Casey West books. If you like her, we've got this one. It has been cataloged, but it has not been processed, so it might be another day or so before it gets on the floor. If you're interested, come let us know. Shoot us an email, Schoology. You know how that works. All right, Little and Lion, another contemporary. I really stretched myself some this year. This book is about a girl and her brother, Little and Lion. Those are their names, nicknames at least. And they live in California, but for some reason, Little has moved to a boarding school on the East Coast, where life is sort of shaken up for her a little bit. It takes a long time for us to find out what happens and what the details are, and I'm not going to spoil the book and tell you all of them. I will say the relationship between this girl and her brother, who are not biologically related, is fantastic. It's great that they have each other's back. It's good to see that in a book. It's good to see it in real life. I did enjoy it. It is a little bit heavier because it's contemporary, but it's really good. So this one is on the shelf if you're interested. Invictus. This is probably one of my favorite books that I read all summer. I'm a huge fan of time travel. Not a huge fan of books with swords, huge fan of books with time travel. So this is a time traveling book. You notice there's multiple dates. Well, they're all backwards for you. Anyway, you can go way back when. They've created a time machine. You can hop around, jump, skip, and do whatever. And this guy is on track to be the #1 cadet coming out of the Space Time Travel Academy. He is literally the best that's ever been. And something happens with his final test. And he's like, great, okay, there you go. There's my whole life. It's over. That's it. I mean, it's what I'm trained for, and now I can't do it. What's going on? Well, we find out there's a reason that his test didn't work out so well for him. And the entire book, they're hopping in history. Things that you would know, like Titanic, and the Roman Empire, and the lion fights, and the gladiators. So everything seems familiar enough. They're not going to Mars. But we find out what's happening and why it's happening. It's so good. If you like time travel books, this is the book for you. And it is on the shelf already. So just let me know if you're interested, and I can put it on hold for you, or you can come down here and just grab it straight away and enjoy it. If you guys are reading some good stuff, come let us know. We're still ordering some books. So if there's something that you want that we don't have, you can come talk to Miss Wheatley or I, and we can talk about putting it on our list to buy new books. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.